guys. So today I am headed up to Helena right now, and I'm going to go pick up some chemical there for the wheat and take that over to our applicator that sprays the wheat, and he's going to get that sprayed sometime today. Dad and I got the sprayer filled up. He's headed over to Stark County right now to go spray 80 acres over there, and we'll see what the rest of the day brings. I know it's supposed to be raining around 4 o'clock. I don't know, over the weekend we ended up getting almost 2 inches of rain, so I don't know, our prediction of not getting but more than an inch of rain was, I don't know, backfired by getting 2 inches of rain. So pretty much everybody was just about spot on that, even though it tracked like it wasn't going to really hit us that hard. Well, I got the Harmony at least. Our chemical rep, though, is actually bringing out our Palisade, and when I told him I needed Palisade, he's like, well, he's like, Joe's on his way down to bring you the Palisade. He's like, he didn't know you needed Harmony also, so I guess that's alright that I came up and got the Harmony at least. But now I gotta swing past the farm and pick up the Palisade, which is no big deal. I mean, that's pretty cool that they brought that out to us, but I had to run up here anyways to pick up the Harmony, so I'll swing past the farm and grab the Palisade and then run that over to Jeff then. And there's the Palisade I need. Alright, got the chemical dropped off and he's gonna get the wheat sprayed. Dad should be just about done getting that field sprayed, and we'll figure out where we're gonna move to next for spraying then. Roundup tote is getting a little bit on the low side in the trailer, and Dad's not quite back yet. So I'm gonna work on getting one of the Roundup totes from in here out, and if he's not back yet, go ahead and work on getting that tank in there filled up in the trailer. Morning guys. Well, it's been about a week since I've actually filmed anything, and we've had over 4 inches of rain a week ago, actually. Well, today, really, today's Saturday. I took Grandpa over yesterday in a semi to get a load of corn starter, and that way he could see what the facility looks like, just in case if he has to run over there with the semi and get anything. And we got 22703S, 2600 gallon of that. There should be about 600 gallon of soybean starter left in that front tank. So Dad and I this morning got the sprayer filled up. He's headed over to Mary Lou's right now to go spray burn down for the corn over there. And I'm headed down to North Judson right now to go fly a substation for REMC for him, and also an irrigation 3-phase panel for him. And Grandpa, I sent him up to Helena because we need about 25 more gallon of 2,4-D to finish up everything that we need to spray for the year. So he's headed up right now to go get that, and hopefully I can make it back before Dad gets done spraying over on Mary Lou's. That way I can help him fill up again, because it just works out so much better when 2 people are out there helping fill the sprayer. Just based on our sprayer setup and our tender setup, it just works so much better with a second person in the tender handling chemicals. After he gets done spraying down on Mary Lou's, he's going to do a full load down on Marx's, because that will finish up the 80 acres of bean ground that needs to be sprayed down there. And hopefully conditions are good enough that we can plant. The next field that we're hoping to plant today, if conditions are good, would be Marx's down there on the north of 1250 field. Reason why is so we can finish 30-inch row beans and finally switch the bean meters out for corn. That way we can hit it hard on corn here once conditions get fit on the other fields that we need to start planting corn on. That way, hopefully tomorrow, if we can get done with beans today, if we can plant beans today, we might switch over to corn tomorrow and start planting corn. And that means I want to get the drill out sometime later today, if not tomorrow. Get that thing all greased up and ready to go. Because as soon as we get Dad going on corn, we're gonna start hitting it hard with the drill on beans and get these beans knocked out. Alright, so I got the substation filmed and the irrigation 3-phase panel filmed, and I'm gonna hightail it back to the farm and hopefully get back there before Dad gets there and help him get filled up for the next load. Well, looks like I got back before Dad did, and Grandpa's got the 2,4-D here, so I'm gonna get that thrown up in the trailer, and by then Dad should be pretty close to getting back here. Just in case, because I'm pretty sure this grease gun is about out of grease. Dad's headed over to go spray over on Marx's, the remaining 80 acres that needs to be hit over there. I am headed over to our house with the grease gun and going to get the corn planter out and also get the drill out and make sure that thing is ready to go and give the openers a shot of grease. And there's a good possibility later today we will be planting and drilling beans at the same time, depending on if conditions are good over there on Marx's, which they should be. But so later, once I get that all done, I'll head back to the farm and we'll work on getting the weight wagon hooked up and get beans loaded up and ready to go and get ready to plant and hopefully drill some beans today. I'm thinking I might have to get the blue semi out, but, well, yeah, I better, just in case, because that's going to be a very, very tight squeeze getting the drill out. That drill is 20 feet wide, and it's probably not gonna go. So in order to get the blue semi out, I'm going to have to get the 40-20 and the 4-row out and back that semi out enough so I can get the drill out and, I don't know, I guess pull the 40-20 around in there over on that side. That way that's out of the way, and pull the semi back through. That way that's in the shed again. So now if I have these set right, it should be SCV1. Yep. Good deal. So now SCV2 should be the markers. Yep. And I'm not going to have to worry about using the markers because we don't use the markers because we use the auto steer. Well, I'm going to go grab the grease gun and throw some grease at this thing. So I bet you guys a like and a subscription that this grease gun's going to run out somewhere underneath this front gang. And if it doesn't, you guys should still give the video a like and don't forget to subscribe also. Double or nothing on the back gang? Man, I just can't win today. I'm just gonna leave this grease here because next time I'm over here greasing something and I run out of grease, future me is going to thank me so much. Okay, so the drill is pretty much ready to go. I'm not gonna mess with the population nor the depth on it till we decide what we're going to do on that. So we'll adjust all that later, and I'm gonna head back over to the farm and work on getting some beans around. VisionWorks backup camera on the license plate. That thing is awesome. We've had that on the green truck for probably about 3-4 years now, and we found that down at the National Farm Machinery Show. So all the fields on Marx's are going to be 25 A04s. So we're going to put these bag beans in the planter because bags just work so much better than using the tender and filling each box in a planter. And we're gonna have the drill over there, so we're just gonna use the boxes with the drill. And we'll have some untreated bag beans that we'll use to spot in the rest for the drill when the drill runs out of boxes then. So I'm gonna load up one of the skids there and drop 2 boxes into tender and go get something to eat. Let's go plant and drill some beans. So we're going to pull the 4650 and the 8530 up into the north of the 1250 field, and we're going to fill both the planter and the drill in that field. That way we don't have to fold the auger and on the seed tender. And I'll be drilling in this field, the north of Railroad Field, and Dad will be planting the beans in the north of 1250 field. He is going to run out of in-furrow. It's just going to happen because we had the rate set a little too high when we first started out. So I guess that's just going to end up being a good check strip for it. But we are not going to run out of starter, so that's a good thing. So it'll be a good comparison between just having starter and in-furrow down here. We got a hole in one of the tires on the drill. Imagine that. We pulled out of the shed, and I don't know, we take it all the way over there, and I'm walking around behind the drill, and all I hear is psst. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. tiny little pinprick of a hole. Looks like we've already patched it once, so we're going to take the patch off and redo the patch and hope it holds. The tire is getting somewhat wore out and no one's available today to fix it, so we're just going to run with what we've got and hope for the best. I'm here in the black semi at our house. Dad and Grandpa just left with the seed tender, and Dad's going to hopefully get patched up and fixed and start loading beans in the planter, and I'm going to take this over to Marx's. On getting the drill set. I had to close it down just a couple notches on 1 and 2 and a notch on 3 and 4, and I gotta open that back up on 3 and 4. We're trying to get it set to 170,000. It's just the hair is sticky out here, just not quite ideal, and I just got off the phone with Dad, and him and Grandpa both agree that we're just gonna shut the tractor off when we get up to the other end here. I don't know if he's going to keep planting though. He did about 3 rounds on that side, and that field's a little bit wetter in this field, and I think he's just going to quit also, and we're just going to wait for this to dry out a little bit more. I think the depth's set right though, and the downforce is set. It's just a matter of getting the population set, because this drill, it's just so finicky trying to get the population set. I mean, right now I gotta open up 1 and 2 because they're running about 100. Well, I'm averaging 162, and it's going anywhere between 160. Well, 1 and 2 is probably set pretty close, 163 to 177. But 3 and 4 always throws me fits. It's running 150 to 100. Well, it's running about 155 to 157, so that's got to be opened up a notch. But 3 and 4 on this side seems to be real finicky. Well, that's all she wrote, folks. We did a couple rounds with the drill. We decided to call it quits also on that north side of the road. And Dad's bringing a tender back over to our house. I'm taking the seed tender over to the farm, and I don't know, there's a slight little rain shower coming across. Doesn't look like it's going to amount to much, but it's just going to be a thorn in our side. So just a hair bit sticky out. Conditions are not quite conducive for what we want, and we're just going to let it set. And hopefully with it warming up here, it'll dry this ground out a little bit more. And the next chance of rain they are showing is possibly sometime this weekend, but the problem is it's supposed to be nice all this week, but it is supposed to drop down into the 50s this weekend. So not looking too good this weekend, but at least we have a nice stretch of about 5 days here of real nice weather. I just got off the phone with Dad, and him and I talked, and I'm gonna go back over there with my truck and plant the triangle field on the south side of the railroad there. There's about 20 acres over there on that south field of Marx's there, and that's a heck of a lot sandier than that sandy clay on that north railroad field and that north of 1250 field. That doesn't hardly have any clay in it, so that shouldn't be near as wet as what those two north fields are. So I'm gonna go back over there and try it. Hopefully it's a heck of a lot drier, which it should be a heck of a lot drier than what those two north fields are, and at least get that 20 acres done, and we'll worry about that 60 and that 50 later on. Well, like I said earlier, I just can't win. Right as I pulled in the shed, I heard it start raining, and I'm like, well, guess I'm not going over there to try and plant. Well, I guess this will be it, guys. I guess we'll wait until this rain passes through and see what we end up getting out of this. And hopefully it doesn't amount to hardly anything, which it does. It looks like we're going to get like literally nothing with this. It's just going to keep us out of the fields, of course. And hopefully it'll dry out enough tomorrow afternoon. If not, we'll try it first thing on Monday morning then. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Sorry that we couldn't like start planting, but it is what it is. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.